padme hum. Mani 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 padme hum. Welcoming Isaiah. Congrats on getting a truck. Anais, Tracy, Gonzalez, Georgie, Claire. Welcome to the Loving Your Damn Self another day. K-Team Adventures, Freedom Faith 999, Gigi, Charles, Never Say Never. Isn't that Justin Bieber? Never say never. Welcoming Ellie, Isaiah Bermudez. Isaiah Bermuda, got two Isaiah. Lauren up in here. Alyssa Tango. Tiana. I don't know, but I think something. Don't know what's going on in your stomach. Chanting, here we go. Okay, my boyfriend and I of 10 years just ended things. Well, time to love your damn self. And you didn't have to stop. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani welcome Sean P. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. I am enough. Thank you for my life. I am enough, and thank you for my life. I am enough, and thank you for my life. I am enough, and thank you for my life. Do you think relationship with others can often be a pacifier? Absolutely. If you don't love yourself, you will try to find other people to love you. What do I mean when you say everything is all one? When Bob Marley says one love. One love. One love. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. Mani padme hum. One love. One love. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Come on. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Oh, one love, one heart. We are together and we gon' be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, 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 yeah. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorsteps, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Somebody on Twitch named Cyrus is telling me, bro, stop singing. This is so corny. You wonder why people are miserable. Because they're not willing to express joy. Even though it's corny, it makes you happy, but you don't have to do it. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. It's okay, young people. Young people have not been humbled by life yet. So when they see this, they're like, this is some cheesy stuff. But when, right, eventually you'll understand why we're singing positive energy. Singing, don't worry. They gotta go. How many heartbreak you gotta go through first? How many times you gotta be dumped, abandoned? Every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds, perched by my doorstep. Let's add some bass line. Sweet song of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Thank you to all the people singing to raise the vibration, because in the world is right now the world can be noisy, but we can make that noise a happy noise. When you can explain. Oh, the writing, I mean, it's not about what I want from you. I would like you to love your damn self, the end. But many people have issues with loving themselves, like baggage, right? And so many people have been sending me, I tell people, right, if you want your story to be told live, like it's a mentorship thing, it's a live mentorship, right? Because why? I'm online a lot and I want to mentor people live instead of privately, right? And so if you want private mentorship, I'm not trying to do that, but if you're scared, I may consider helping people offline, but of course it's all gonna be for free. But when we do this mentorship thing, everybody benefits live, so that's why I'm trying to get people to I'm trying to get people to open up online, but there's not enough text, there's not enough room to type your whole story, so I tell people, hey, you can tell me you have sent me something, and then we can read it online. I can guide you online if you're looking for that. If you don't care about that, don't do it. The end. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Everything is one. When we say everything is one, you know, Thich Nhat Hanh is a Zen master who taught the cloud does not die when it disappears. Right? When the cloud disappears, we don't have a funeral for a cloud. The cloud turned into the rain, into the snow, into water vapor in the sky, make the sky blue. The rain then goes, the cloud is in the rain, the cloud falls into the ocean, onto land, making the ocean and the lake. The cloud is in the rain, the cloud is in the ocean. The rain falls into a lake and a little deer drinks that. The cloud is now in the lake. The deer is drinking the cloud, but the cloud is way back here. After the deer eats something, it digests food. It drops something on the ground. The cloud is in the deer's thingy on the ground. That thing decomposes. The cloud is in the dirt. The dirt now, right? An acorn, it fall on the dirt. The acorn start to sprout on the dirt. The cloud is in the dirt. The cloud, the rain, the river, the ocean, the deer is now inside of the acorn with that little sprout. Now that acorn become a tree. Now the cloud is in the tree. The cloud has a leaf. It has a trunk. And now the bird live in that tree. So that means the cloud is in the tree and the bird live inside of the cloud. And now the squirrel also live in the tree. Now that tree grows and grows more acorn. The acorn drop. The squirrel digs a hole and buries a bunch of nuts. It's winter time. The squirrel now eats the acorn and hides the acorn somewhere. Now the squirrel bring the acorn to the nest. The cloud is in the acorn. The cloud is in the tree, in the deer, the squirrel, right? The deer drops something, it makes us fertilizer. The cloud is in everything. within you is everything. We're all connected. This concept is called oneness, interconnectedness, interbeing. The prana, all of that. We're all one love, one light, right? We are one family, one love. Get rid of the distractions, we can heal from the drugs, right? We are one family, one love. Get rid of the distractions, we can heal from the drugs. Brothers and sisters in love, let's use the internet, not let the system use us. One love, one light, one design. Unite humanity and inspire mankind. Awaken the light of the hive source energy activating inside. Awaken the light of the hive. The hive is humanity. But sometimes humanity feel trapped in the matrix. Watching Mr. Beast video. Watch more Mr. Beast video. Play more video games for 10 hours a day. Don't find your purpose. Netflix video is next. Watch more Korean drama. More TikTok adult content. Stay in the matrix. Watch more ads for Google AdSense so people make money from your consciousness. Don't think about your purpose, calling, or dream. Stay brainwashed, playing Roblox. When you wake up, you start to feel interconnection. When you're asleep, you chase the dopamine of entertainment and call of doo-doo. Right, you just want to spend all day playing Grand Theft Auto, and the only thing you're stealing is your own happiness. You're just being distracted. Of course, these things are critical. Many people don't want to hear about it because, well, it's negative. When the truth is negative, people don't want to hear that crap because they don't want to change. But to change, your life improves. So we have to have really good reason to improve our life. Good morning, everybody. Joy, Guru, Jared, Natasha, right? I wouldn't call people sinners necessarily. I mean, people are doing the best that they can. Right? Everyone's doing the best that they can. It's like, why does somebody become an addict? Nobody like, yep, sign me up to be addicted. Because when people don't know better and we're sad, we just want to numb. And so that's where I don't call people sinners, because that's the best that they know. Right? That's the best that people know. But if you're here to call people sinner, that's not what we're about in here. Okay? We're here to understand. Yeah, but that language is hard to digest for people. When you tell people the devil is their father, it's like, how are you going to inspire people to love themselves when you call them your father is the devil? That's not really the greatest way to engage with people. Right? I understand where you're coming from, but that's not the language that inspires people. Okay? So we have to learn to respect people and speak with compassion, because not everyone is Christian or Catholic, and using that language can be very off-putting. Telling people, the reason why your life's not going good because your father is the devil. Like, ew. Who wants to hear that? There is very true. And so we have to find a way to be more graceful with the way we speak. And that's why many people are running away from religion, because of that kind of language that makes people, that's very triggering to people. And it's like, when you're trying to inspire or uplift people, you don't want to call them a sinner. You want to have compassion. All right. And so, because it's a talking point in a religious culture, and so before I didn't get it, right? Before I didn't understand why do they say that? And so some people, that's all they know, because they've been raised in a container that called, I'm a sinner, or right, I need to be saved, because that's their culture, that's their religion. But I opened my heart to understanding, why do they think like that? Oh, it's because that's the language inside of their community or in their religion. And I'm not part of that, but to understand people, I was willing to see, why are they calling people sinners? Oh, that's part of their teaching. But it's not effective in uniting humanity, because it just doesn't make sense, right? I mean, it makes sense if you open your mind to it and try to wrap your head around it with compassion. Or we can just be like, God, here comes another one. Right? So we learn to respect people from different religions because they have good intentions. Sometimes you're just using language that disconnects people. Like when you're sad and doing the wrong thing and addicted, and somebody comes and calls you, you're sinning. That ain't converting. That's not inspiring anyone to quit anything. It's like, oh, it makes you feel more guilty, right? So the compassionate way is to talk to people and from a place of understanding. But I guess that's called maturity and love, right? Grace, the grace of God. The grace of the Buddha, the graceful energy makes people more. It's like, it's like some people, they just need a pat. They just need a little, you're gonna be okay. Versus like, wake the F up already. There's a time and place for everything. Doom Girl says, I lost my friend to addiction. I think his family spoke to him like that. I hope we can help others, people like him, with compassion instead. I had a friend's sister, the same situation, but not when we try to force our view, our what we want people to think. When we try to force that onto people, it makes them not themselves. And I'm tired of hearing people's children take their own life, jump off a building. Me, I'm trying to prevent that. I'm trying to uplift and support. I don't want to hear somebody's kid take their own life ever again. And that's why I'm here right now. Because like, why are they doing that? Because a lot of people, they like, here, you need to be saved. The girl, she tried to take her life one time, it didn't happen, but the second time, she passed away. Why? Because sometimes we smile with misery. We smile looking happy, but deep down, it pains me to see that we're not, like, when we're part of communities that don't have people who can read the community, right? There's like, when you serve humanity, your love is huge. Because if you do it genuinely, you have a big heart. And God let you borrow, the universe let you borrow this thing called a third eye. It's not yours. The third eye is to help make sure your brothers and sisters are good. Not used to make money, make Bitcoin, okay? Is used to support people's happiness. And so when communities when their leader aren't connected, you can't see what's going on. And so in this community, I do my best to tend to the community and make sure we're going up, where our happiness is rising, right? And I don't know what's going on in other communities, but when I hear sad news from other community, I learn, why did that happen? Because sometimes the mother really wants the daughter to be a really good Catholic girl, and she just does not fit that mold. Now, some people fit that, right? Some people are open to religiosity, and for some people, they don't fit in the mold. But all they know, some people just keep trying to shove them into the mold of religiosity, but they don't fit. And then they go, I don't belong here. I'm here for the rest of the people who don't belong. I'm here for the people who are religious too, right? Because a lot of people are like, I like my religion, but I know there's more to it. I like Buddhism, but I know there's more to it. I love Jesus, and I know there's a little bit more to it. Where's more? Here and now. Take a deep breath, everybody. So let me play a flute, okay? I want to play a flute in honor of the people that may not make it, because, lately there's been a bit sad energy, and let me play the flute to just tend to our brothers and sisters' heart, and to remember welcoming Ali, right? Ali and Tanya, thank you. So let me play the flute dedicated to love, and to remember all the people that may not make it, who are our brothers and sisters, and let them remind us, help people, uplift people, and people need loving community. And here we go. Welcoming Intuitive Jazz, Kevin Garcia, Doom Girl, Cyrus, Dino Sorrell. Thank you for hanging out today. We've been doing a lot of healing on here. A lot of people have been finding support here today and every day. And it inspires me to show up more so. Transcend self and embrace higher purpose through love, says Wes. Welcoming Razane and Yuli. Thank you for hanging out. You know, many people hang out online now. And so we had to learn to create healing energy here online and create. Sometimes you connect with people online, but you don't feel it's authentic. And so our goal is do the best that we can to be genuine, to be authentic, and to do it for free. Thank you, Fox. Right. So again, just be careful. There's a lot of people scamming, pretending to be me to make money from you. Everything that we do here is for God, for humanity, and everything is donation based. There is no private reading. There is no zodiac reading that they're trying to scam you for. So be aware that everything we do in here is pure, it's clear, and you don't have to be here if you don't want to. And if you're here, I would never ask you for money, because our ancestors remember when we are happy and peaceful, that is richness. When we're happy, that is the greatest richness. When we feel joy, when we feel peace, when we can breathe and smile, we have so much. But a lot of times we've been taught we're not enough till you get a boyfriend or girlfriend, get married, white dress, white picket fence. But I'm here to remind you, you are enough. And as you love yourself and be happy with who you are, the rest will happen. But before you can be happy, you have to realize where it comes from. Where does happiness come from? Romantic relationship? That's what I used to think. Love come from girlfriend or boyfriend. I thought romantic relationship is love, but I did not know there's something deeper called self-love. That if my cup is empty and I'm waiting for someone to fill my cup and they never show up, I can fill my cup. I can love myself. Many people, we've been taught Jack and Rose, the Titanic. Every night in my dreams I see you. Love me like you do. Love, love, love me like you do. Please love. And we never learn how to be happy with who we are, because when you're happy with who you are, it's hard to sell you stuff. It's hard to scam you when you're happy. It's hard to market things to you when you don't need much to be happy. But when you're sad, you need a lot more to be happy. When you're scared, when you're fear, it's easier to manipulate and control. But when you're happy, you have faith, peace is in your heart. If you're religious, God is in your heart, Buddha, Jesus, right? It's all love. When you have love in your heart, you don't need to buy as much. Now you can buy stuff, right? But learn to invest in what makes you happy, because sometimes we buy stuff, but we're not investing in things that truly make us happy. Because sometimes we don't know what makes us happy, so we just buy a bunch of cool technology. The latest iPhone, the latest Apple Watch, the latest Bluetooth speaker. Some people have the latest TV, the latest car, the latest. And but then at the end of the day, if we constantly need to buy things to make us happy, What is happiness? Buying stuff is happiness? They got you. That's what the market, that's what the business people. If you have to buy stuff to always be, now buying stuff, like I got stuff. I have flutes, but I know when to stop. Right? You have to know when to stop. Right? You have to learn to invest. You see this bowl? This is an investing. Why? Because it adds to my life. I don't need VR. Right? For example, like the reason why I don't have a virtual reality headset, because it's a huge distraction. Right? If I use VR, it's gonna be a long experience. Right? I don't play video games anymore because I realize I could be streaming and helping people. If I play Grand Theft Auto or something like that, that's gonna be at least a 2 hour of me just being entertained, which is fine. But who plays video games for 2 hours nowadays? It's rare to find somebody game for just 2 hours. Most of the time, it's 4 to 5 hours of gaming, and that's how much I could be live streaming and helping people meditate and relax. Right? I would rather do that because it makes my life happy. It makes me feel more joy. Welcoming brother, and also brother Arrow Eyes, you can give him a follow, who helps people relax with sound bath at 9:30 to 10 p.m. CST. It's okay to enjoy something. Yeah, like if you love gaming, play your games, but you have to know, like, okay, is there more to life than me spending a lot of my time on here? And this is more of a mature conversation because when I'm younger, I played games 10 hours a day. Because why? I don't got nothing going on in my life. Well, nothing is going to go on in your life if all you do is just the thing that doesn't make your life go on. Right? And so it would be going to forums, Reddit, video game, adult content, and whatever, the cycle of internet addiction. You just a spiral every day, repeat. And then you feel like your life has no purpose and meaning because you have been plugged in by the matrix. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, right? Shopping, Reddit, adult content, video games. And so when you do that for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years, you feel stuck because you have been trapped by the dopamine addiction. And the people who benefit are the ads that you watch in between videos. Your consciousness is being farmed for money. But we can, instead of we are one light, one love. Get rid of the distractions, we can heal from the drugs. Brothers and sisters in love, let's use the internet, not let the system use us. Let's use the internet, don't let the system use us. Right, so we don't realize, many people, it's sad that not many more people are talking about this, because why? It's not a profitable message telling people to use less internet while we're online. Right, but when we're online, is what we're doing uplifting, inspiring, and helping us feel connected? Because right now we're having this thing called real talk. We're having engaging conversation to help us, damn, this bald guy making me think a little bit. That's kind of true, actually. God damn. Right? And so that's why I'm on here, because there's got to be people who's willing to speak about things in a way that's productive and not so not so conspiracy attacking, right? Because many people, when they talk about the system and all this, it's very like ungrounded and talking about conspiracy truth and conspiracy theory, and there's no practical action, right? It doesn't lead to practical change. And if we're gonna have high screen time, make it productive. Exactly. So that's why when I'm online as a content creator, I wanna help you learn to enjoy your life now together online. Teaching you how to relax, how to reduce your anxiety through breathing, through singing. Right, that's why you see me. But of course, I'm aware some things are less effective. Like some people, they find it cheesy to sing songs. Don't worry about a thing, every little thing is gonna be alright. Right? But they can deal with real talk. They can deal with the sound of the singing bowl. They're okay with the flute. Without practice, Huma says, without practice of loving your damn self, then our bowl is empty and the dopamine machine will fill our bowls. Yeah, if you don't have a purpose, somebody will tell you to follow their purpose. Right? What is your advice on daily practice and meditation? Before I became all spiritual and stuff, I needed to focus on improving my life. But I was not religious or spiritual. I just focus on positivity, people. You don't need to be religious or spiritual. You just want your life to be at least positive. Right? In Thai, they call it Kit Buok, think plus, think positive. So you don't have to be deeply religious or deeply spiritual, but you want your life to be positive. And that positive thing is called a happy, loving, peaceful life. Okay? So many people want to get you to be religious right away, to be saved or to start chanting or whatever. You don't need to do none of that. You just need to learn to be more positive in your life, because oftentimes we have a lot of negativity in our head because we don't. Criticizing people is what people do, it's natural. Right? But learning to think positive and be optimistic, sometimes it's not what people are teaching as much unless you come from a community that teaches you to think positive, to be optimistic. ดีจังมาสอนทำสมาธิขอบคุณครับคุณสุวรรณ And so in the beginning I just focus on, okay, how can I feel more positive? So I Googled it. How to be more positive. The one thing that I found out was that I was not deeply grateful for waking up today. อยู่ที่อเมริกาครับ Houston, Texas. I was not grateful for my life. I feel like I'm grateful, but I'm not genuinely and deeply grateful that I woke up today until I got close to losing my life through drugs. Okay. And so after, near-death experiences, I was still miserable after that. And I got tired of being unhappy. When you're miserable, lonely, when you're lonely a lot, you want to, when you're lonely a lot, you keep going down a spiral of like You wish you had a girlfriend, but you don't. You wish you had talent, but you don't. All you do is think you wish and you don't. I wish I had a girlfriend. I wish I had money, but I don't. And I just get stuck in doubt, fear, and worry, and doubt, and fear, and worry. Sweden, oh. Shout out to Sweden. And eventually, when you... do you have advice how to learn more about Thai spirituality? Let me focus on this first, right? Like when you're really miserable for a while, you either get tired of it or you become more depressed. I got tired of being depressed all the time. And I started asking, what must I do to feel more joy in my life? How can I feel more happiness in my damn life? Because I'm tired of being lonely and sad and miserable. And when you never get sick and tired of being depressed, you're not going to ask the questions that lead to joy. You're just going to ask questions that lead you. Why is my life sucks? Why am I sad? Why am I alone? Instead of what must I do, it's called progressive thinking. Thinking in a way that moves you forward instead of backward. Right? So instead of asking, like, why am I not happy? Instead, what must I do to be happy? Right? I learned this from Michael Beckwith. Because I was like learning stuff and I was like, okay, that's dope. Progressive thinking. Thinking positively that leads you to more positive and happy. What must I do to feel more love in my life? Thank you, I Spy Halifax. Yeah, because in the past, I'm like, why don't I have a girlfriend? Why don't, the number one question I always ask, why don't I have a girlfriend? Why am I still single? That's one of the main, why am I still single? Why am I still single? Why am I still single? Why am I... So many people are asking that question, but we don't tell anybody because it's taboo to talk. It's like taboo to be vulnerable because you don't want people to know that you're miserable and weak. But everybody's thinking about it, pretending that we don't. Right? And so I'm not lonely. Right? So many people are thinking about, why am I still single? And so I was thinking that way for long. And when I realized thinking like that doesn't make my life happy, because if you're still single, you're going to continue being miserable. And like Miss St. Louis says, you can be married and lonely. That's called wisdom. And so to practice changing your life, you gotta ask the right questions that lead you to true happiness. But now you're becoming a seeker of happiness. Because if you don't want to pursue the truth of love and happiness, if you're not willing to pursue happiness, if you're not willing to go on a journey and ask these questions, you won't, because you have to figure it out for yourself. No one can figure it out for you. So when you start asking these questions, what must I do to be happy? You're starting to, like, you got humbled. Your ego your butt got kicked enough by heartbreak, by disappointment, that you start asking the right question because you're tired of being miserable. Congratulations. Unless you just come to this stream and you happen to hear these kind of conversations, you've been blessed. Because a lot of people, before they ask these kind of questions, they got heartbroken by at least 10 people. They got dumped, used. They used people. They done substance, alcohol, shot, going to the rave, got lost, and then asked this question: So this stream is to help people prevent from spiraling into the years of addiction to going to EDC and the raves and going to the bar and the club, looking for happiness that is quickly fleeting. And so with this community, the goal is to help us not have to go through the cycle of, but that in your, let's just call it your 20s to 30s, the main time they farm you, right? Because why? This is a time where you're looking for a boyfriend, girlfriend, you're just out of college, you're out of high school, whatever, and you thirsty. You are very thirsty. And so there's more alcohol, there's more substance, or all these things that it's part of the young people fast culture. And then you go through the gauntlet of abuse, of addiction, of addictive behaviors that everyone's okay with, and so this community is here to remind you, is it fleeting if you don't stop dancing? Hey, that means that this person has experience. Only if you shuffle really good and people watch you dance. If people are not watching you dance, you're not dancing hard enough, honey. And so I'm aware that right now, that age gap, right, the time where you do things that disconnect you, it's not stopping at 30. But people are still partying until past that, into their 40. And so the gap of people still in an addictive cycle is longer because there's a lot more addictive behavior and content, right? Tinder, dating apps, raves, bars, clubs, right? And nowadays there's so many more substances that are legal and illegal. And so people do it all. And when there's more to do, your adult content, so there's a lot more to get lost in. And so people get lost longer. And where's the content that helps people get back to themselves and to learn to be happy with who they are instead of need more dopamine? And so you get lost in the sauce, like Brother Arrow Eye says. And I got tired of seeing my brothers and sisters spiral. Like I tell you, I got tired of hearing people's children be depressed, leave the planet too early. I got tired of hearing fathers and mothers depressed. Even my own mother was depressed at one point. And I got tired of seeing that and decided, how can we help each other? What must we do to uplift humanity? And it's something that respects everyone, right? It's not religious, right? You look tired. I feel great. The lighting changed too. I knew a bunch of kids living in a shack, addicted to. My heart bleeds. What are your thoughts on creating art? Create the things that you love. See why you create art. And if you want to be an artist that makes money, you have to learn to find the middle ground. Right? Because sometimes you're creating art that doesn't sell. And if your art doesn't connect with people, why would they buy it? This is right here, right now, what we're doing is an art form. You can create art for you, but no one resonate with it. So you have to find a middle ground, right? Religious is like an art form, but not everybody may identify or connect with Buddhism. Some people may, they resonate more with Christianity. Some people relate more to different religion. It's like an art form. But what unites the art is that it's made from love. And when the art is not made from love, it becomes more political. And when there's politics get involved, it divides. Control, divide, conquer. Don't want to say that too loud. These words trigger people. We don't want to hear it. So this is why we just touch on this a little bit. I'd like to help those kids, but I know the jail system there will make them worse. And so this is the middle ground, right? When you hear this bowl, it's just sound. It helps you to be present. It unites, music unites people. That's why we still listen to Bob Marley and it feels great. Right? We listen to Bob Marley, it feels great. And it's a modern way to unite people. What's this? This is called the moment. Why do you think your mom was? Because my mother didn't know how to love herself and she had been traumatized since she was young. Like, I investigated. So my mom's great now. Okay, so my mom was depressed, but not anymore because why? I was willing to console her for 5 years. And it led her to joy. And that joy is already within her. Sometimes you just need to know that somebody cares. And when you feel somebody care, you start to have more hope for yourself. And these figures can be in anywhere. It could be your grandma. Right? For me, it's my grandma. Right? I was very depressed and lonely. My grandma was not alive, but the idea, the spiritual aspect of my great-grandmother helped me to have faith. When I didn't believe in the Buddha, I didn't believe in Jesus, right? And so I just seen pictures where my great-grandmother adored me. And that was enough for me to have faith in something beyond myself, because when you're depressed, all you know is life sucks. And all you focus on is life sucks. Right? Welcoming Art Bar, say, I found depression for myself, says Art Bar, was about trying to avoid and escape myself, but I couldn't, so I lost hope. It wasn't until I accepted myself and the present moment and that I let go of my shame and got out of depression. This is why we're here, to help people have hope and that there's techniques to get out of negative cycle, negative mentality. And sometimes we have the worst friends who keep us miserable. Right? Is this Buddhism? This is called love and wisdom with result, right? This community is called result-driven practice. Heavily, it comes from the foundation of Buddhism, but not the religion, the practice. Many people can follow Jesus' teaching, but they don't practice the teaching. Many people can follow Islamic teaching, but they don't practice the teaching. We just identify as part of this community, but we don't practice. But when you start practicing, you find solution, right? When you start to practice positive affirmation, which means you start saying good things about yourself, right? If you think somebody's gonna harm themselves, you need to tell somebody they love, their parents, You need to, right? You need to consult a professional. You need to confront them or Google. I had to deal with somebody that wanted to harm themselves. And so I Googled how to deal with these people, right? How to deal, because you don't know, it's scary. It's scary to deal with people who are trying to harm themselves. And so I Googled how to deal with it. And so it told me to just confront them. Hey, are you thinking about harming yourself? Because when they realize somebody knows, they get shocked and then they don't do it. But it's scary to say that to them because you can feel it, you can hear it in their voice, you can see it in their eye. And of course, you can tell them to call the hotline, but many people don't call the dang hotline, right? There's a hotline to stop the self-harm, but then they don't call it, right? And so you gotta tell their parents, tell somebody they love, and then you have to do your part, right? This is what I tell them. Your life matters. There's a reason why you're here. You may not know why yet, but if you keep going, you will find that grass eventually becomes green, luscious, beautiful, and a flower begins to bloom in your life. Choose to stay, please. There's something amazing about you, but sometimes it takes time to figure that out. Right? Choose to stay. It may be difficult now, and I've gone through it too. Believe in yourself. Right? And so if you just tell them, choose to stay, there's a reason for you to be here. You might not know why yet, because it's the truth. Because through me going through drug abuse and near-death experiences from substance, the amount of people I have helped become sober is a ton. Because I survived the abuse, right? All the misery that I experienced, but I found a way to be happy. The amount of people I share the technique to help people be happy is a ton of people. And it keeps growing every day that I keep doing this. Why? Because we just want to see you happy. And a lot of times the help, it's why I'm on here for free. Because I see a lot of people on here, but they need $22.22 for you to help them. Or you need to switch to a certain religion to be helped. No, over here, just be yourself. You don't need to switch religion. You can still be Christian. You can still be Buddhist. You can still be agnostic. Love your damn self. Practice gratitude. That's what we do around here. It's hard to explain that to people because it's like, that's too good to be true. Right? They're like, that's too good to be true. Have you heard of kintsugi? I have not. Let's see here. Can you be born with a tendency to be more negative than positive? No, but your environment, if it's a negative environment, you're more likely to be negative. Right? If your mother and father have been through abuse, they're in pain. And when they don't heal, they raise a child because they're in pain. And that baby, right? My mother was abused physically, verbally, emotionally. And so being raised by my mother, she had a lot of toxic energy because she has toxic energy from her environment growing up. But without her sadness, I would not be here waking up and helping myself and helping others. So in the beginning, I used to blame my mother heavily. But with compassion, I realized she's also hurt. She's raised in a toxic environment. Nobody wants to be toxic. It's just sometimes we are born and raised in a toxic environment, and that's the best that we got. But if you don't like your life, if you don't like your mentality, if you don't like the way you feel, you can change something within. Many people change the outside, but the inside's still the same. Many people would change their name, their label, but the inside is still the same. This is the main issue right now. We may change our name, we change our hair color, we change on the outside, but inside we're still sad, and instead of healing the sadness, we just pretend it's not there. And we find friends who escape with us. Then we do substance together and drink together and keep pretending it's not there. And from time to time we cry, we sad, and we don't realize we're still holding on. Instead of healing, we do more substance, we become more addictive, and not to just substance, to behavior that's addictive, right? And we become attached to abused. So instead of healing, we get closer to more abuse and find a boyfriend or girlfriend who is abusive by choice. We keep choosing the wrong people to be involved with because we're in pain. And this is why we keep choosing relationship that breaks our heart, because we don't know what is the heart. We're trying to be happy, thinking romantic relationship will bring us happiness. But we don't even know what is love. So we keep looking for what we think is love, and then we get heartbroken again and again and again. And then we get even more broken and sad. But when you wake up from this sadness and you start to find freedom and joy, a light, your chakra starts to clean and clear. Your energy starts to clear. Your aura, you start to purify your aura. And you breathe. And you feel freedom and you go, why isn't the world knowing this knowledge? Why doesn't the world know how to choose positivity? Why aren't we teaching happiness in schools? Why aren't we teaching children how to de-stress? Why isn't there a de-stressing room in companies? Why aren't we teaching each other how to keep the stress low, how to deal with anxiety? Why are we not teaching meditation, gratitude, happiness? These were the questions I asked when I found the peace within. I got really frustrated why we weren't teaching this already. Like, why aren't we teaching people how to think positive and be optimistic already? Why isn't meditation taught already? Because there's a spiritual battle going on also. Good and evil is part of the system we live in. There's positive and there's negative. When you find your center, you realize you have a choice. If you don't like feeling negative, you can be responsible for positivity. And that positive response can be quick, fleeting, like substance and video games, or it could be long-lasting, like meditation, being present, and thanksgiving, gratitude. I'm just here to do my part. And I'm here to maybe look for people who are willing to do their part. And this is not a religion. This is about being a good human being on planet Earth. I'm not here to convert. I'm not here for your money. I'm here because I found some deep joy. And I would love to see people feel deep joy in their life. Everybody wins. I'm not here for $22.22 mini reading. I'm not here for a private consultation for $111 for life coaching or spiritual coaching. There's a ton of that here already. I'm not here to convert you to become love your damn selfism. I just want to see people happy and help each other improve. Okay? Emotional. Huma says love, emotional health, social health, mental health, spiritual health are with health so people can control others. Authority will feed, clothe, and give you shelter and money, and then believe, quote, that is enough. And then knowingly withhold love and affection so they can control others. Because good people don't like corruption. And there's a lot of corruption going on. And when people are united, when people agree, we'll call out the BS. But if you just buy them out with money, you can control people. But if they can't buy you out, when you're a content creator, you can lose yourself because you're trying to get more views, followers, but you lose your principles because talking about principles and all these things doesn't necessarily. It's really difficult to grow to make content that helps people because they're not sure, is this guy trying to convert me? Is this religious? Right? And so we're trying to do things, hey, buy these pearls, right? Buy the crystal. I'm selling crystal right now. Check out the crystal. Right? Watch me eat the chili. I'll do it. Galaxy. I'll do it because this is dopamine. But to be authentic and genuine online and help grow, it's really difficult. Because why? People aren't sure. Are you trying to convert me? What are you trying to sell me? This guy must be a fake guru. This guy must be a charlatan. Why? Because there's a ton of people who are trying to exploit you for your sadness. When you're sad, you'll listen to Adele all day. When you're lost, you're going to be doing all types of crazy stuff. Right? When you're living the fast life, right? You want to hustle. Right? Right? You're doing this thing. I don't even want to know. Driving fast, substance, alcohol. You're doing all this thing. You don't want to stay still. Because the moment you stay still, you start to see how you really feel. So you never move. So you're always on a fast thinking, fast life, fast content. TikTok, 5 second. Right? So everything is so fast paced. But imagine all we have is this moment. But it can be really boring if you have been taught to be addicted to dopamine. We don't know how to just chill and enjoy the moment because we need every 10 seconds. Oh, they say what? Emoji, heart emoji, fire emoji. The Om sign. But it's not that easy. It's really not that easy. That's why when helping people online, there's a lot of people trapped in that cycle of fast-paced dopamine. And to slow down is like an attack on their consciousness. Like what? Slow down and breathe. What do you mean slow down and breathe? TikTok's been teaching me to infinitely scroll. But he makes a good point. It's fine that we enjoy fast-paced content, but you have to also figure out, are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your life? Are you happy with the job that you're living, that you're working? Are you lonely? How do you feel? All these things we don't want to talk about until we get dumped 6 times, get heartbroken another 6 times. Our job increases a little bit, we get more money. We got an account on Temu, Shein, Amazon. We got a Netflix account, a Hulu Plus account, a YouTube Red. We got it all. But we don't even know if we're happy with our life. And sometimes all we think about is my parents happy? Shop like a bit. Right? A lot of things like, is my mom happy with what I'm doing? Like, we just want our parents to be happy with what we're doing. And this is one of the big issue too. สวัสดีครับ คุณตุ๊กกี้ We don't know how to think independently of our dreams. My parents did not want me to walk this path. Everything in the system tell me, be a good boy, go to college, be a business professional and make money like a good Asian boy. Like your sister, she's an architect. You should also do something like that and make us proud so that we can say my son is an engineer graduate from the University of Houston. We are so proud of you. But when you're a failure, like when you can't do their request, you feel like crap. And so you live life really like this. You just don't know what to do. You feel like a failure. You just play video games, watch YouTube, and feel like your life is lost and you have no inspiration to move forward. Because I didn't know I could just follow my own damn dream. I didn't know I can just follow my dream. I was trying to let them live my life. As I began to be more spiritually aware, as I learned to follow my heart, I didn't know I could go for my own dream. Achievement hunting. I didn't know I can just live my own damn life because I was so sheltered. And many people nowadays are very sheltered because our parents protect us a lot because there's a lot of craziness going on in the world. Were you angry at your parents? I knew my parents loved me, but I oftentimes didn't feel it. I knew they loved me because they fed me, clothed me, and gave me a place to stay, but I didn't feel the love. And so I was living my life knowing love and trying to be a good boy, a good son, but I didn't feel the love. Because why? That's what they felt from their parents. Right, that's what they learned from their parents. But what made it more difficult is being an immigrant child, moving to America and not fitting into the American culture. Didn't speak the English very well, got picked on because of my accent. I didn't understand the culture. I was in a low-income neighborhood, got picked on a lot. So my life was very like, I'm aware, my heart was very good, but the universe kept putting me in chaotic environment to train me, to prepare myself for here, to prepare myself to help people. I thought I was just gonna die young. That's what I truly thought. Like, I don't have a reason to be here. Let me just go out real quick. You know? I wasn't self-harming, but I had so much doubt that I thought I'm just probably gonna not make it, you know. And that's just the truth, you know. And many people may not be self-harming, but they have deep self-doubt. And it leads you down a dark hole of more misery, right? And it's sad. Like, when we feel sad, we don't like that feeling. So we're gonna play more video games because it's better than sadness and loneliness. So I began to, you know, so we begin to like do things that make us. Are you at peace now? Absolutely, yeah. Before I became peaceful person, I dropped out of college. I started street racing. I started going to the clubs and bars and hanging out with the worst people. Then eventually it led me to substance and abuse. And eventually I hit rock bottom. You know, when you hit rock bottom, you don't even know you got there. You're just like, oh, you're in the between the heaven and earth, or hell, like, which means like you feel close to ending your life. You feel the weakness of you feel your life so weak right now, and at that point many people will stay, will get a blessing to stay or go, right? And so if you're blessed to still be here, shout out to you. But if your blessing is to leave early, shout out to those people too, because life is difficult, right? This is why we're on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube talking about this, so that we can help make life a little bit easier. Like, for some people, Jesus is your way, and we respect that. Some people, they just say Jesus is the only way. We respect that because that's what they believe. But in here, love is the way. But some people, they see that Jesus. Some people see Muhammad. Right. In here, it's just called love. Because we're trying to unite people, not separate. Because some people have been hurt by the church. I have been on that plane, yeah. Some people have been hurt by the temple. Some people have been hurt by their tradition. But love is pure when we don't need to label it anything else. And we believe in this without disrespecting and looking down on other people. Religion, because you know why? Those other people, they are human beings who are our brothers and sisters too. Like Genevieve says, I have been hurt by the church. And some people, they have been uplifted by the church. Right? Everyone's experience is going to be different, but we're here looking for a path that unites people instead of separate them. And this is why I choose the spiritual path, because I start to realize the religious path oftentimes divides people because it makes us be in a box. But there are many religious people who break the box and see the dots. Oh, everything's about love. Why not just unite everything? Why not just one love, one heart, let's get together and... Because a united humanity is a threat to the system trying to control you. Good people will always call out the corruption. And when there's a lot of corruption, just take the money. Don't just help people. Money. Don't just help people and be pure. Liz Stacy says, I don't like listening to people about religion when they lack love. Yeah. Yes, there are people who talk about the Bible and you can feel the love from their heart. And there's people who do Bible debates. They just talk at each other about the Bible beliefs. And you don't feel the love. You're just like, okay, you know. Pray and follow your nose. Follow your nose. Thank you, Carrie. Even hearing God can be triggering. Again, I'm just here to do my part so that maybe you can do your part in your city, whether it's helping animals, going to walk the big dog at the local animal shelter. They need help walking the dog. Find a way to help people, support people. Take some action, because service is really healing. Right? Sister Jane, the oldest meditator in the community. She's 80 years old and shows up almost every Sunday outside to meditate under the tree. She's like, I have an idea for you. And she gives me ideas about volunteering work. So shout out to Sister Jane. She says that single parents can get together and create family systems. So if you find yourself in your city if you know a bunch of single parents, make friends with them and create community. Because sometimes you don't feel support. She's suggesting that people find a way to connect with others so that we can help raise a village instead of just being an independent family and feeling the lack of support. Right? And that's what we're doing on here. Right? So there's ways to support, there's ways to help each other. And so everybody, I appreciate people doing their part, whether it's through art, whether it's through social work, whether it's through politics, because it's everybody's roles matter, right? But we don't talk about politics in this community because it's a topic, an issue that it divides and it destroys, it disconnects people, it makes people in our head, and that's why we don't talk about it. Right? Now, if you're going to talk about it, there's other communities, but in here, we just focus on love, unity, and meditation. Right? We're trying to unite, not divide. But we respect it. Right? We respect. Because that's the system that's here. Politics. The governmental system, but we're here focusing more on love. Politics is how the governmental system runs. It's why we are here talking, having freedoms, because some places they are operating on communism and these things where what we're doing online right now is like would not be allowed in some countries. To talk about spirituality Some people, they need you to be religious, and if you're not religious, you're a threat to their system. Realize that what we're doing right now, like, is a blessing, right? Because in some places we would get exiled. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Zen master, got banned and exiled from his own country, a Zen monk, because he was too peaceful. Because at that time, who was in control? Communists. Right, and so realize what we're doing right now, peace, it unites people. And when people are united, a rebellion could happen. That's what they don't want. So instead of going down that path, I stay away. I just focus on how can people individually feel peace within. Right? The revolution is in the heart. That's why I'm always doing this. Because if the revolution is too external, it's more political. But when the revolution is within, it's under the radar. It's a spiritual one. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, 'cause the one love is already within. The wisdom, right? It's everywhere. This knowledge of freedom is everywhere. But we've been distracted by social media because it's designed that way. The TV was designed for propaganda. The internet, what do you think the internet is designed for? The radio, what do you think it's designed for? But instead, let's get back to our nature. One love, one love, one love, one love. This is why I really love Bob Marley, because he found a way to spread the knowledge of oneness in the mainstream and made it uniting. Right? Of course, there's a huge smoke screen, right? Like a lot of people relate Bob Marley music to smoking, but through the smoke and the substance, the message of one love can be overlooked because we're doing trendy reggae music versus the deeper message of oneness and uniting humanity. But we still respect the plant medicines, but we don't want to abuse it because we will poison ourselves when we abuse medicine. Because when we use medicine that heals us, we reduce the amount and we become healed instead of needing to take medicine all the time. How are we doing today? Thank you, Arrow Eyes. Shout out. Check out brother Arrow Eyes here. Thank you for your doing your part. Lots of people here today. Did not expect that. TikTok was quiet the past week. Now it's been popping. Much better now that I'm here. Well, thank you for choosing to be here with positive. We're gonna do a sound meditation soon because I was gone. Oh. What are you drinking? We're about to drink some tea. I'm just deciding right now. Thank you, DJ. Thank you for all the follow. Hey, thank you for all the gifting, by the way. Huma, thank you for gifting subs to Jamira, to Twitch, to the last poet alive, Cyrus. Thank you to everybody. Constant support to keep this. This is my job. What I'm doing here is my job. It's all donation based. So be careful of the people trying to scam you, okay? Thank you, J-Dow. Right, so everything's donation based, so watch out for the people. And my house is under construction and I don't have my teas. You can go get some teas. You can go get some teas. Thank you, Sister Kata. Thank you, Lily. Yeah. Thank you, Shine Down on Me, Carrie, Haley, Trinity. Of course, Sister Stacy. Thank you for the sub, Carrie. Talithia. Pila. Courtney. I Spy. Enzo. Thank you for the... Last night was popping also. Over 500 people were here, but in total over 600 people were here last night meditating. Right, we were playing flutes, people enjoying the flutes. So, and we're about to play the flute again. I think I'm ready for some white tea. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. 1, 2, 3 into the foul. Do you do breath work too when meditating? Depends. I'm mostly chill, so I don't do too much of the tumo. But when the energy gets wild, then I'll have to use something more potent. But when you're mostly chill, you don't need to do something like that. But if your mind's everywhere and you have a hard time grounding, then you may need that kind of breath work. But if you're constantly chill, you don't need to do as much because you're chill. You're actually happy. When you're happy in your life, you don't need to do as much. But when you're unhappy, you need to do a lot more. You know? Makes sense. How do you deal with failure? What is the best reminder? If you want to succeed, you have to learn to get used to failing. Many people are so scared of failure that they do nothing. Yeah. So when you realize that failure is part of the process, like before getting to TikTok here, I was streaming on Twitch for 4 years, but the spiritual content was not growing on Twitch. Right, like right now, I'm streaming, multi-streaming on Twitch. There's 36 people on Twitch. There's 385 people on TikTok. But after 4 years, I was like, man, it's not working out. It's difficult. I almost gave up on my dreams. But I talked to God, let's just be honest. Alright, I still have faith. What must I do? Try TikTok. and now I'm full-time on here. I was doing Amazon delivery. Right? I was doing Uber Eats. I was driving people to the airport for money until I found a way to make the dream work. I was delivering Amazon packages to your house. Right? Until I found a way to serve full-time. And serve in a way that fulfills me. Everything here is donation based only. There is no private reading. Right? So to make that dream possible, I had to keep having faith, because I was not gonna just be like, yeah, my mind wanted to like find a way to do readings for money, but my heart goes, that's not even who you are. And it feels wrong. Right? It feels inauthentic. And so I'm glad I didn't lower my standard. Right? I did lower my standard at one point, but it destroyed me. And so I recreated the spirit. I recreated it. Right? Because you can lose your values, but you can also pick it back up. You can always choose to do the right thing, even though just because you get off track doesn't mean you can't get back on, people. Just because you lose your faith in happiness doesn't mean happiness is not there. You just have to slowly move back towards happiness. At one point, I was playing meditative games on Twitch. Think about that. I was playing like Abzu. I was playing all these underwater meditation games because I'm trying to figure out how to make the spiritual thing work, because it's so hard. It's so difficult. Right? I'm like playing, what's that one game? Right? The one you're wandering the desert and there's no like there's no words. Forgot what the game is. Somebody knows the game, right? Journey, yeah. So I was playing Journey and doing relaxing talk, playing Journey, right? And then it doesn't feel right, so I started like playing Plant versus Zombies, Garden Warfare. It's like little plants and zombies shooting each other. And then after that, I took a break from streaming because I was just so unfulfilled. So I just started focusing on waking up and doing Uber Eats. And Uber Eats doesn't make as much money. Before doing Uber Eats, I was selling books, used books on Amazon. After doing that for a year, I was not inspired. And so I started doing Uber Eats. After doing that for about 8 months or 6-7 months, it doesn't make very much money. So I started doing Uber, like driving people to the airport. Right? It makes money. But it wasn't consistent, right? It wasn't consistent. The money wasn't consistent, so I was like, okay. So I switched to Amazon delivery, like using Amazon, it's called Amazon Flex, using your car to deliver Amazon packages, which I could still do right now, right? So I was doing that for about, not even that long actually. I've been doing that for about 6-7 months, and I got involved. And at that time, I was still like casually streaming again on Twitch and Insight Timer. And Insight Timer really helped me to wake back up the spiritual aspect of streaming, because it's difficult to talk about love, because many people don't know love that's beyond religion. And so when they look at me, they say, he must trying to convert us to Buddhism. This guy is probably trying to convert us to come to the Buddha. No, damn it, I'm trying to help you love your damn self. And of course, the style of delivery it's more like raw, more, more in your face. Sometimes I crack jokes, and people expect me to be like some people, But I've been taught, be yourself. Before getting back into the work field, okay? Before I started doing the selling books, right? The first thing, I was being trained for 3 years by a Buddhist master who taught me spirituality. Right? Because there's people who learn spirituality, there's people who study Buddhism in a box because that's what makes them happy. But the master showed me Buddhism outside the box because I didn't really identify as Buddhist. Right? I just believe in love, and the Buddha looks like a peaceful love. Jesus looks like a peaceful love. And this Buddhist master, right, he talks about God and Buddha, and I was like, okay, word. Right? And so it's a bit different, which made me more open, because I never wanted to have a master. But when the master heals people's cancer, you're just like, wait, what? That's not normal. Is this fake or real? Because when you hear that, you're just like, When the master is helping reunite family in Mexico, when he's uniting family who live in another country and bringing them to America, that's not normal. When the master is paying for is helping people get college scholarships and buying people's car, so the master was demonstrating miracles back to back to back, and I'm not used to that and he's doing it for free. Like what? For free? That's not normal. If you are Buddhist, why do you wear... you want to know when you drink water at the temple, they tie a red string around the water bottle, which makes the string holy, which makes the water holy because the intention is holiness. This is a sign that I drink water at the temple, and that water is coming from a place of love. The end. You are the red string. You are the singing bowl. You are the crystals. You are the thing that you look up to. It's already within. So this comes from a water bottle, right? Osaka water bottle, the highest string around it. It's holy now, because why? It's about believing. It's about having faith in love. When I see those red braids, yeah. Well, everybody, Yeah, red string. Here, the truth is that it could be any color. Alright? The truth is it could be any color. It just happens to be red. It could be a rainbow color. Because it's more about the intention than the color. You can wear a bracelet that it says love, 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 and you feel like crap. Right? You can have a t-shirt that says big love on it and you're miserable. I'm gonna make mine yellow. How dare you? How dare you, Jared? It's supposed to be red. Oh, he's a rebel. He's going with the yellow this time. Ooh. Mine will be gold. How do you know wearing a red bracelet is Kabbalah? Yeah, I never heard that. I don't even know what is Kabbalah. I mean, I heard it before. People say I study Kabbalah, but I have no idea what that means, you know. Because I'm just a student of happiness with result. I'm drinking silver needle white tea and jasmine jade green tea. Water temperature might be a little high, so it's Scientology? Oh. Okay. Well, if that's what... Sometimes we have to do different things to get to where we're at. And some of those things may not be the greatest things, you know? Like, before being here, many people tried to get me to join their multi-level marketing Amway. ACN. Selling tea. Right? There's a lot of it. So, people are so hyped up about multi-level marketing because they use that hype to get you. Everybody's doing it, man. You can make 6 figures. At what cost? And not just wearing... Wait, I'm wearing bracelet on both my feet and my hand. Why? Because every time I drink water, the string's on there. And I'm not about to throw the string away because it comes from a loving intention. You know? I be drinking that water. Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism. I'd love to hear you finish talking your path to financial freedom. Well, first of all, financial freedom is about learning to be responsible. Because sometimes we're spending money that we cannot, that makes us into debt. And then when we have debt and we don't make enough money, making do with less, exactly. Sometimes we're spending a lot more than we make. This is like the extreme basic, right? You can watch Dave Ramsey or Caleb Hammer, like it's all on YouTube. When we educate ourselves about money, we learn how to circulate it better and save it better and use it better. But when we lack the education you don't have to be a master at that. It would be great if you were. Right. But if you know just the basics, don't spend more than you make. Have some emergency fund in case things happen, which it will happen. You get a flat tire, you need to change the tire. How much is that tire gonna cost? If you go to discount tire, it's gonna cost more. If you're on low fund, you go to our Latino brothers and sisters down the street. You get $25 for used tire. Right? That's real talk. Because why? Experience and community. Right. But if you don't have any emergency fund, when you run into emergency, you're gonna have to do things that, right, that it's out of lack of wisdom. Why? You're gonna get credit cards that you don't need. Right, now you're gonna have to get a credit card. You're paying on debt. The guy you mentioned, Dave Ramsey. When I wanted to learn more about money, he showed people how to get out of debt. And this guy Caleb Hammer, I watched him to see because people show up on his shows to talk about their issues with money, so that they can find a solution to money problem. Right. But of course, slowly you have to follow your dream. Right. Caleb, I think it's with a C or a K, I don't know, but there's one. And so before being here, I have to have cash flow, right? So to get to you keep your dream alive, and you see path that get there, right? If you have to pay the bill somehow, so you have to work a job, but you have to try to find a way to slowly build your side business or side job, right? The thing that you do on the side is your, right? Before your dream, you can live it. You have to learn to slowly practice. Right before I learned to be a sound healer, we start with one little bowl. I work at the Cheesecake Factory, and I bought a little singing bowl. I'm inspired by this little bowl. I mean, that's okay. If you see the red string is Kabbalism, you have the free will to. But we're just here to tell you that it's just a loving intention string. I mean, yeah. So the little bowl, when I first bought it, this is not even mine. My first original singing bowl got stolen. Okay, it got stolen. My wife asked me what I want to eat. And so we're not here to force people to believe in things, you know. We're just here to respect people that we may have differences, and we can respectfully disagree. The end. You see? But when we don't respectfully disagree, then we just disrespect each other. Sometimes. Yeah, so for example, right, everything before I came on here, I had to slowly get gear. In the beginning of the stream, I didn't have all the best camera, but I had a great camera. Why? Because I used to be a wedding videographer. So as a wedding videographer, you have great camera. So you learn how to compose, right? Composition. You learn how to decently mic things. Right. And so over time, you slowly learn better on how to do ASMR. What's the benefit of 2 mics? It's ASMR, right? Hello. Well, if you don't have headphones on, it doesn't matter. He's drinking something. It's white tea and green tea. Do we need to clear do we need a sound healing right now? Looks like it. Alright, well, looks like the community needs less words. And more meditation. Guys, is this satire? Good one. Yes. Let's get some Palo Santo here. Some incense, okay? I love the duck behind you. Huma says, my life loves Caleb Hammer because she comes from an abusive family with many money addiction. So she can see more of her family abuse and money addiction through watching others. Can you say a word about spiritual bath and shower? It's musical meditation. But the vibration that you feel from it, it helps you to be with the sound instead of your mind. So the sound it seems like the sound is washing over you because it's not just regular, it's not just sound, it's deep vibrational sound like this. And so instead of focusing on doubt, fear, worry, overthinking, stress, anxiety, this is really gravitate, like it makes you focus. Thank you, Wes. Thank you. And we have more people here today, so welcoming everybody to the Mystic Village. This is a spiritual community that's about love and practicing positivity and happiness with result and respecting religion and all walks and even people who are not spiritual. Because being spiritual, what is being spiritual? It's about genuine love that's within. Welcoming Brother John Ra. Nice to see you here, man. And thank you to all the brothers and sisters and people here who have learned to find the sobriety path. Okay, because right now the amount of people reporting that they've been sober has been a ton. So let's give a clap to the people who have learned to be happy. Or even if you're reducing the amount of substance you're doing, thank you. Okay, thank you. It matters, right? It matters. "11 years here, God." Yeah. Respect the medicine. I think we need to make it more relaxing. What do you think? This is a Peruvian flute called the guinacho. Okay. Beautiful. I hope you enjoy. It's called the guinacho. This is by Kawari R. Munoz. Here we go. Do we need a little shaker? I think so. Anyone have a flute request? Is there a flute that you really want to hear? I was trying to make the handpan work with this, but this is a uniquely tuned flute. That's why I could not find a scale that matches it. Cause why? Cause I printed it at home. Lizzo flute vibes. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, so I was trying to find a scale for the handpan that way. Well, lately, people have been really enjoying the Egyptian flute. So I'm looking to see, maybe I should invest in another Egyptian flute. Right. And so we have a high-pitched one, which is this one. So of course this is from Eric the flute maker in Florida. It's a unique type of bamboo that he grew to make this flute. He called this the Jesus flute because he said it sounded like Jesus wandering the desert. And this is actually engraved and it says 2023. So this was made in 2023. Eric 2023. So shout out to Eric the flute maker. Link please to buy. You can search him up, but we're not here necessarily here to sell it. But enjoy the flute. Thank you, Maria. So good. And we have good news. The singing bowl should be coming in today, so that we have new singing bowls coming in because we've been meditating with the Tibetan bowls. And shout out to the universe hooking me up with the quality things. So this is the higher pitch, the lower pitch, excuse me. But the lower pitch we gotta change to a different atmosphere. When it's peaceful, people leave. Right? Okay. When we get into a deep talk, some people don't know how to listen, and so meditation music helps people to slow down and listen by design. Thank you, Carly, Nicole. I'm thinking of getting an even lower pitch, right? This is a C. I'm thinking of getting a B, because when you hear it, you're like... But it's like $160, so... Not thinking about it that hard yet. Yes, I tried to put music on Spotify. We do have a Spotify. Thank you so much for hanging out in here, brothers, sisters. And yeah. Thank you for choosing peace, relaxing. Did you ever read instrument like... Yeah, I heard of the duck duck before. Sounds just like that. Duk duk. Duk. So we have a Spotify link which is in the bio. Many people are asking for more flute music. I've been making more mantra music on Spotify, but if people are asking for flute music, the universe has spoken. Then we're gonna make more. What's the name? If you go to the profile, yeah, Thank you, BB. Right. If you go to the profile, there's gonna be a Spotify in the hyper follow. The link, right? The link that's in the bio, it leads to hyper follow. Hyperfollow.com/Guru Tanet. And in there you can see all the links that lead to everything else. If you want to look at the music and other things and other people who are part of the sound healing community, tonight at 7 p.m. in Central Time, we're going to be doing sound healing with a group, the Mystic Villagers. My brother Sean and Emily Charles, and we're going to be doing group meditation vibes, and we get to practice together, right? We get to practice together. Here's the actual link if you want to, if you're not aware. And which is a very unique journey, very unique. I think you missing, yeah. And then and at the end we engage in whatever God wants us to talk about, which is whatever's in the air. And so, yeah. And because I realized this, you may want music on Spotify, but when you hear the music live, it does something different. When you can see the person playing and you can hear it right away, a live performance, like you're having a concert here every day. So my goal is, right, and so we've been doing more music, right? We have a deep discussion, and when the energy gets a little ungrounded, the music comes in to ground it. So I had to jump back here to your live. Thank you, BB. Because I realized if I stream less, I can have time to make more offline content. But with the time that I have, I could still be doing it. You know what I'm saying? I could still be doing it. So grateful to enjoy it together. But how do you feel today? Thank you thank you, Brother Streets. Thank you for Brother Street holding panels that lead to deeper discussions. Thank you to Haley, Reina, Massimo, Marlon. Thank you for all the gifting. Maria, thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the donations. And I feel like if he turns the camera around, it would just be a normal apartment. Yeah, well, this is a studio. Like the other side is a wall, so the camera is literally at the wall. So this is not like a large room, but it's a 24 millimeter lens, which means you're getting so much room. I can't find a link. Could you write it here? Oh, yeah, here. Oh, thank you, Brother Streets. Thank you for your blessing. Don't spoil the mystery. Don't worry, because where we're going, it's gonna be this. It can only improve from here, right? So all the donation, it leads me to, okay, how can I make this studio better? I mean, we already got like all the blessing people bless you with is to help people, right? And so I'm grateful to be here with you, because, yeah. And I see many people stepping up and doing sound healing, right? Sister Willow. I see many people doing spiritual support without thinking about $22.22 link in a bio, you know? Joe says, I wish more people followed you and knew you were, because here's the thing. Maybe they're here to follow you, Brother Joe. Just traveled to Houston for a wedding this week. Okay, shout out. This Sunday, we're going to have an outdoor sound healing, every Sunday. Outdoor sound bath meditation. If you're in Houston on Tuesday coming up, we're going to be doing a donation. Everything we do is donation based. We're going to do an indoor sound healing event for free at Unity of Houston called Sound Healing Journey in the Golden Pyramid of Light, because we're doing sound healing in a pyramid that was made in what, the 60s or the 70s at Unity. So, oh, I wish, but I go back to Louisiana. I mean, you don't have to. Or you have to is fine. Make your life work, you know. We live stream the sound bath on TikTok also. But it's different in person, you know. If you're in Texas, we're going to a spiritual event in September called Medicine for the People. An outdoor spiritual gathering of all sorts of spiritual practitioners, yoga teachers, sound healing, and different breath work. And it's next to a river, and it's like a amazing camp out. So it's a camping event with amenities, which means showers. And so we're going to support, because why? God's plan. Support our brothers. So if you're interested in that, and you like outdoor camping outside of Austin, which is like an hour away from Austin, it's called loveisOurmedicine.com. If you're interested and you're in Texas, okay. But of course, just being here is enough, you know. And doing leadership, you know, doing the best. How do I get the link? I already subscribed. If you just go to loveisOurmedicine.com, you can find more about that. The link should be in the profile, right? Right. It should be in there. It's called. Okay, let me just post the link again. So in my profile, there should be that link, hyperfollow.com/guru-tanet. Okay, and then you can find the Mystic Villagers on there too. LoveisOurmedicine.com. I guess I'll post that in the link too. My brother Guy Brown is hosting that, and he's been doing that for many years. So we're going to support, because when God invites us, we go. But when God don't invite us, we take a break. Dun. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for all the loving energy online, because we need more of this in the world. And people aren't really engaging too much in the world. Like when kids go to school, we're engaging, but oftentimes not from the heart. Especially like high school, there's more insecurities, and so people may not feel connection. But I'm just glad we can at least do it online and feel genuine connection, even though it's really difficult. But it's possible, right? So thank you to Brother Arrow Eyes, Brother Streets. You got Brother Willow. We got Brother Zen, right? I feel like I'm healing a lot of childhood trauma, because we're in a healing community, you know. And that's the intention. Every stream, when you hear the flutes going off, you know, it helps you heal. And the reason people don't talk with each other anymore, okay, thank you, Sister Joy. Like the reason people don't talk as much, because why? There's a lot of people who have been damaged and they're acting a little crazy in public. Right? So there's a lot of fear in the public, because people have there's a lot of mental illness and emotional instability and ungroundedness. And so we want to, like, people are we're almost like scared of the public, because people's mental health is getting worse, because we're spending so much time online doing toxic things like adult content and creepy things and things that make us like really glitchy, like Call of Duty, video games that make our brain like more. And so when we go out into public, we're still like this, but inside it's still glitchy. And so in public, to stabilize our mind, we're on the phone. Because when we're not on the phone, our brain is still on the phone. And so naturally, we have the phone glued to our forehead, but it's invisible, right? It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a seal, right? Like Naruto seal in the stomach, but instead it's like the phone. It's like the illusion of the phone blocking your vision from seeing the truth. Kaki bunshin no jutsu. And so with the sound healing, you lay down. So, right, when we do sound bath publicly, when you lay down and listen to music, you don't have to look at anything. You don't have to sit up. So it makes it easier for people to meditate because there's music going off. And you're like, ooh. And it's just going to last 45 minutes. But of course, it's also free. And so when it's free, people show up. When they have to pay for it, only people who have access. But many people don't have access. So I'm grateful that God has guided the Mystic Village community to do free sound healing. Because Master Usui, the founder of Reiki, was healing poor people because they did not have access to modern medicine. But nowadays, they turn Reiki and capitalize on it. Right? So you disconnect with the intention. Right? You can heal people, but now, how much are they charging for Reiki level 4? How much are they charging for sound healing certification? Right? Many people interested in sound healing, but you look at the certification, you're like, God damn. Holy crap. I guess I don't really want to be a sound healer. You don't need. Did Jesus need a certification? Did the Buddha need certification? But they were operating with love. Let me calm it down because I don't want to go pissing people off now. Don't let people make their money. I just serve the best I can. Okay. I have a bulletproof vehicle and vest and what the? I bet you were a riot at the. Nah, I'm not that crazy. But I'd be dancing though. Thank you, Haley. I'd be dancing though. I was like, y'all at the club and y'all just staring at each other. You know what I'm saying? You come here to just stare at each other or y'all dancing? Like, why you even pay to come in? Oh, because you're trying to get girls. Yeah. Right. I got my whole group to dance. When you go with 10 people, I'm like, y'all not dancing? To the window. To the wall. Dum-da-dum. Like, catch me at the Roxy. Catch me at the Roxy, man. Saturday night, $2, you call it. All night long. $2 well, $5 you call it. Oh God. I don't miss the club at all. Could you ever break dance though? Hell no. I was not that committed to. I just keep, I just have fun. I'm good at having fun and getting others to have fun. And so now I'm good at peace and I get others to have peace. And then the others teach people to have peace too. It's about energy. Because I have faith in the energy. And when I have faith in sadness, I was very sad. And you too, when you have faith in love, your life becomes loving. But when you have faith in sadness, it's what you get. That's your prayer. Bob Marley called that what? Prayers to the devil is complaining, is sadness, and focusing on negative things. That's prayers to the devil. But when you start praying with love, one love, right? What do you say? One love. There's a natural mystic flowing in the air. If you listen carefully now, you aware. This will be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Some of y'all need to, because some people, they need to suffer more before they can wake up. But saying that helps people be like, oh crap, I'm not trying to suffer. Right? When we talk about if you don't wake up, you might have to get humbled by another heartbreak. When people hear that, like, oh, that might be me. Am I about to get in another heartbroken relationship? And then remember, oh shoot, that bald dude on TikTok was right. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. Don't tell no lie. Right. Though I try to find the answer to all the questions they ask, though I know it's impossible to go living through the past. Don't tell no lie. Strife is a human condition. To overcome, we have to exist within the struggle. And in that struggle, there's still love and light. You want to go through the lyrics again? Get up, stand up for your right. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. It's not all that glitters is gold. Half the story has never been told, 'cause now we see the light. Stand up for your right. Come on. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Most people think great God will come from the sky, take away every pain and make everybody feel high. 'Cause if you know what life is worth, you would look for yours on earth. 'Cause now we see the light. Stand up for your right. We sick and tired of your ism, schism, game, die and go to heaven in the Jesus name, Lord. We know and we understand Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. 'Cause now we see the light. What we gonna do? Stand up for your right. It's in there, but it's cleverly. It's like, it looks like he's singing surface level things. Right? Like it's a vibe because the energy is so strong that we miss the lyrics, right? But when you're like, why is the music so why is there so much energy in the music? Because the intention behind the music. We sick and tired of your ism, schism game. Die and go to heaven in the Jesus name, Lord. Like, because it's more about something. The heaven is here and now. We know and we understand Almighty God is a living man, which is something in your heart. When they say there is in a living man, he means the man is a human. But nowadays you have to explain that to people because why? There's so much divisiveness. And he's right. When we say man back then, it meant everybody. But now because we're so in here about politics, why don't he say man and women? That's how far we got off track. That we have to explain. Why didn't he say, right? Politics, control, divisiveness, ego, disconnection. Right? And this is why I have Bob Marley on the altar. Is he perfect? He had 8 wives. Lots of children. We don't need to be perfect. We can do great work. We can do amazing work. Even because nobody's perfect. That's the best part. You don't have to be perfect. It's like saying, how are you guys doing? Guys, like, golly, that's how right? Thinking too damn much nowadays. Just enjoy life. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Rastaman vibration, yeah, positive. I and I. The little I and the big I is one I. We're all one I. If you get down and you quarrel every day, saying prayers to the devil, I say, ding 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. It's a little bit easier. Now, if people like Bob Marley, if I need to sing more Bob Marley song live, then I gotta learn more. Cause I just study the songs I like. But if people are inspired, then God's plan. You gotta go study more Bob Marley songs. You know, you definitely need to learn all the ones I listed. Oh, say you live in a positive world. Right now I'm learning. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta call my wife. No, I'm not Chinese, I'm Thai. The Bob Marley song I've been learning was it Natural Mystic. But of course, it's singing it with the heart, with the Bob Marley style heart. That's what I focus on. Right. And so, when I studied Bob Marley, I studied how other people cover Bob Marley's song. Right. And I was like, they're losing the energy. That's what bugged me a little bit. Oh, okay. Thank you. What do you say? I need a bit of guidance on how to can find my soul purpose. What do you mean your soul purpose? How can you find your soul purpose if you don't know who you are? You have to find out who you are. When you know who you are, you're going to take actions in alignment with the love that you are and the happiness that's within. When you don't know who you are, you're going to take action from doubt, fear, and worry, thinking that you're going the wrong path. When you take action with faith, even though it's not going your way, you learn from it. Every path, right and wrong path, they're all a teaching path. Right? How do you find out who you are? You have to find what are your principles and values. If you don't know your principles and values, you have to follow and study the people who you like the values they stand for. That's what I did. I like how this guy sound and talk. Let me study Michael Beckwith. Oprah Winfrey has a point. Let me see what she said. Oh, Thich Nhat Hanh. Let me study Thich Nhat Hanh. Paramahansa Yogananda. Ooh, I like that. Alan Watts. Oh, he's saying really interesting stuff. So as you study about all these teachers, you figure out what you resonate with. You might not like everything Oprah Winfrey does. You might not like everything Alan Watts talks about. You might not like, but there's pieces, and over time, you learn to formulate your own identity, purpose, and calling, but you have to spend time doing it, not playing video games all day and watching social media content all day that doesn't add to your happiness. Some people spend too much time studying politics when their life sucks because they don't study how to improve their life. They just watch more politics. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you'll hear. This will be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. So whenever I was studying Bob Marley's song, I didn't want to sound pretty. I wanted to find a way to connect my heart to Bob Marley's heart, and deliver it in a more like, because Bob Marley's delivery is raw, like it's really raw. So you need to I found a way to keep the rawness of his tone, right? Yeah, exactly. Of course, I have my style, but I need to find a way to have rawness. Even though I may deliver it more feminine, how can I still deliver the essence and connect with that spirit? Right. So there's a natural mystic flowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. I won't tell no lie. One and all's got to face reality now. Though I try to find the answer to all the questions they ask, though I know it's impossible to go living through the past, don't tell no lie. Buffalo soldier. Tread rock rasta. Upper room hider. Oh, somebody's spamming here. Let me go ahead. If somebody's spamming, just go ahead and just mute it. It's all good. Yeah. Welcoming Nicholas. We got about 4 more minutes left. Unlike Rastaman, we could you be loved? I think could you be loved? Yeah, it's all good. We have to have some boundaries online because people be wild on here or something. Could you be loved and be loved? No. Could you be loved? Oh yeah. And be loved. Don't let them fool ya, or even try to school ya. Oh no. We've got a mind of our own, so go to hell if you're thinking it's not right. That's a really difficult song to sing, actually, because it's so raw. I actually haven't heard anyone cover this song like in that style because it's so raw. Love would never leave us alone. In the darkness, there must come out the light. Out the light. Good. Oh, I try to do my best to be authentic. So if I'm singing and I don't feel it, I'm like, why am I singing it if I don't even feel it? You know what I mean? So, okay. Welcome Jamara, Xeno Turd. So if I was to make this more practical, it would be, could you be loved and be loved? Don't let them fool ya, or even try to school ya. Oh no. We've got a mind of our own, so go to hell if what you're thinking is not right. Love would never leave us alone. In the darkness, there must come out the light. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be loved and be loved? No. Love your brother, man. Don't let them change ya, oh, or even rearrange ya. Oh no. So this song, it's about screaming a message in people's face. Like screaming positive energy in people's face. It's like screaming the wisdom into people's face. Disguised under positive reggae music. It's like, damn. Don't let them change ya. It's like aggressive, you know? Or even rearrange ya. Oh no. We've got a life to live. They say only the fittest shall survive. Stay alive. I only hear words, you Arjun. Don't listen to the rhythm, yeah. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you be love? Could you be love? Say something. Could you be love? So I have to find a different rendition. So when I'm offline, I'm gonna listen to the song to see how I can. Dun, 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 dun. Could you be love? Say something, love your damn self. Say something, love your damn self. Say something, na 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 na. Say something. Could you be love? And that's literally the whole song. Could you say something? Say something. Could you be love? Say something. Break it. Say something. Love your damn self. Say something. Could you be love? So it would have to be something like this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Could you be loved? Alright, my brain is melting right now, so I gotta take a break. I cannot do it right now. That means, alright, God blocking me from thinking at this point. Let me take a break, eat something, chill, take a nap. Because I'm like looking at that and my brain just blanked out. Could you be loved? Yeah, it's not easy to decipher the energy, that's why. You can't just sing it and have no soul. I mean, you could. That's how you end up like Justin Bieber. Shout out to Justin Bieber. 3 ohms and we out. No, you're good. Breathing in. Breathing in. Could you be loved? Thank you for a good time, everybody. Thank you, Thor. Positive vibes. Zelinda. Could you just love your damn self? No, I can't love. Yes, you can. Thank you, Angelique, April, I Spy, Reina, Taurus, Casey, Anita, Sirs, Bick, Jamira, Zeno, Turd, Nicholas. Thank you, everybody. 2 more hours. Oh, actually, today I'll be back at 7. Okay, if I have energy to come back, tonight I just take a break, and in that time I could make some music. So because I realize it takes effort to group meditation. It takes a lot of effort. So I'll see you soon. Thank you.